Profesor Dr. Tri Indri Hardini, MPD.
Yang terhormat Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Academic integrity contributing to the nation's growth and literature education has been known for its reputation in the workforce in a variety of sectors. Government agencies, schools, education institutions, industries have been the various stakeholders to invest in our graduates. In maintaining standardization and excellence, the faculty regularly conducts internal quality audits, annual work plan budget audit, classes, common room, auditorium, prayer room, and staff rooms, among others. Our faculties engage in various collaborations with education institutions, industries, and communities. In generating outstanding graduates, the faculty maintains its quality human resources through the supervision of professional lecturers. Our administrative staff also provides services that support the satisfaction of the learning process. The GPAs of our bachelor students are generally high, and the GPA of our postgraduate students are generally within this vision to provide quality education is reflected in all of our study programs curricula, which refer to the Indonesian National Qualification Framework.
The short bio of student in teaching and learning.
Film ini tergolong film bergenre drama sejarah yang isi ceritanya diadaptasi.
Okay, thank you so much for the chance given to me for this conference. My name is Diwila Masatrisno. I'm currently doing this MA with the concentration in writing by Drugs and Services at Arizona State University, and today I'm going to be talking about multimodal literacy and multimodal assignments in Indonesian level classrooms and analytical review of potential opportunities and challenges. As you can see here, I kind of like a little bit applying multimodal on my slide, on my first slide, because I use like the flag of Indonesia, red and white, as well as different font between opportunities and challenges. Even though I like acknowledge both exist, but I would like to like emphasis more on the opportunities. Yes, next slide please. So when we talk about multimodal literacy, we're going to be talking about multiliteracy pedagogy, because it all coming from here, where in 1996 the New London group introducing the concept of multiliteracy pedagogy, consisting of a lot of variety of meaning making like visual, audio, gestural, and many more. And within that, like multimodal is also some part of it coming from multiliteracies. And throughout the years, multimodal literacy somehow like becoming more developed than the other, and it becoming like more famous. And then Kress in 2003, Kress is one of the most famous scholar currently working, like very actively working within this topic, has stated that all texts are actually multimodal, even though like we used to know that there are different between traditional and multimodal, but since a long time ago, Kress already stated and argued that all texts are actually multimodal. All texts are not singular mode, all texts are actually multiple mode. And then Miller in 2007 kind of like advocate for teachers to do some shifting from print only to digital media composing, considering a lot of students are somehow digital natives. So that's what the Miller has been advocating for in 2007. However, in 2010, Mills kind of like noticed that yes, most of the students are digital natives, but actually not every students are digital natives. Therefore, teachers needs to like accommodate both groups of students, like those students who are digital native and those students who are also maybe not really digital natives. Next slide please. And in terms of that review here, I'm collecting several studies like from Youngju Yi, kind of like an imagining assessment, and there's like this pointing out this one really good question, interesting question, like which one goes first, which is it like curriculum following multimodal or multimodal follow the curriculum the other way around, which one goes first, which one is more like need more attention and need to be prioritized more. And then in Yi Choi and Angai Crowder in 2015 and 2016, kind of like make this emphasis between text-based linguistics versus non-linguistic mode, because as we know, multimodal consisting of more like pictures, images, like visual, audio, which is like we can say it's beyond linguistic, so it kind of like included in non-linguistic mode. And then Haftar Nahon in 2020 coming with a possible solution for such question of which one goes first. And Haftar and Nahon kind of like provide multimodal solutions, saying that multimodal assignments require multimodal grading with a little bit of emphasis in when assessing multimodal assignment, teachers need to look at creativity and originality, organization, delivery, modal interaction, variety, as well as genre. And then Lim and Polly in 2020 the same year kind of like make this distinguish between which one is considered traditional, which is more disciplinary and individual, and compared to the multimodal, which is kind of like more encourage expression and collaboration. So in doing multimodal literacy, students are more encouraged to do like like getting more freedom to express themselves in assignment or in anything in classroom settings, as well as collaborative works like peer works, group works. Okay, next slide please. And then in this study, I used the content analysis from Xi and Shannon, and there are several requirements that I need to like kind of like classifying the studies that gonna be included within the study. First of all, they need to be like exploring multimodal literacy and multimodal assignment, of course. Second of all, the data coming from this collected studies and selected studies needs to be coming from looking from the teachers as well as students. So not only teachers, not only students, but both. So balanced data in the EFL classrooms. And that of all, these studies should be like published from Indonesian scholars in the past 16 years and really relevant and in EFL classroom settings. And this study is actually guided from 3 research questions. First of all, how multimodal literacy and multiple assignments are incorporated and implemented into Indonesian EFL classrooms. Second of all, I'm particularly looking at the opportunities. And third of all, of course, I also look at the challenges it might offers or brings. Next slide, please. And the findings and discussion that I got here, I grouped them into 3 based on 3 research questions. So I'm going to be talking from the left side to the right. So as you can see here, in terms of incorporating multimodal literacy, I look both for the pre-service teachers and in-service teachers. So we can say from these collected studies that majority of the teachers in Indonesia can be considered having like possessing higher level of multimodal literacy. And even though teachers do not necessarily have the knowledge of multimodal literacy, they can somehow gain the knowledge through exposure with the implicit experience. Like they can get it along the way. And then, second of all, from in-service teachers, it can be seen that most of the teachers in Indonesia can do some switching, like back and forth between traditional and multimodal, which is a good thing, which is like from the some of the past studies that I already mentioned, because there needs to be teachers who like can accommodate both type of students who are digital native and non-digital native. And then for the potential opportunities, we can say that it is really famous. Everybody, kind of like almost everybody knows that multimodal literacy improving students' motivations. And motivation is really important in students' learning, because in doing multimodal literacy, teachers like kind of like include so many meaning making mode, like using pictures, interesting pictures, using videos, interesting sound, audio, which is in causing like students to be more eager to learn, right? And then in terms of students, we have opportunities because most of the students, as I said, consider digital native nowadays, Gen Z. So whenever the teachers like incorporating multimodal literacy, there's already opportunities there because students can navigate digital literacy, digital situation environment in the classroom. So it's a point plus when teachers apply multimodal literacies. And another potential opportunities is that when teachers apply multimodal literacy, teachers can like enable students to be involved and exposure to other alternative technology through digital multimodal composing, which is nowadays is a really famous and favorite kind of topic to be talked about in the field, like digital multimodal composing. It's kind of like really riding through the so many digital realm. And then the challenges coming from the incorporating multimodal literacy is that, as I said before, multimodal is really collaborative, right? And some teachers might think it is a good thing, but it is not always the case, because not every student is actually into collaborative work. Not every student actually feel comfortable working together with their friends, right? Probably there are other students who feel more comfortable doing like individual work. So these can be like potential challenges, and teachers need to be really take into account how they incorporate the multimodal literacy by considering this fact a lot. And then the other thing is that music is good, music is interesting, music can set up the mood, but somehow music is not always good, because it can also bring some sort of like element of distracting the students focus. So music can be seen good when it becomes a supplementary. And then another most recent study from CDIC stated that yes, collecting data from several schools, and found out that most of the teachers actually good and know how to implement multimodal literacy, but they do not necessarily getting the like actual training of multimodal literacy from their from the school, from their college. So it is really good. Then there needs to be a really specific training, professional training coming from the government in order to give the teachers the knowledge they require, more specific and more intentional, because the more intentional, the better, right? And next, please. So from this study, the conclusion first, most of the multimodal literacy that can be seen from teachers in EFL classroom in Indonesia is that the use of PowerPoint slide with a lot of interesting images, and then auditory with using music, as well as both videos. Is it only video that play or video from YouTube? And opportunity is really good for motivational the student. And yeah, thank you. The challenge is that you can see that. Thank you.